What's up, guys? Tuki here, back again with another episode of my Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode series on NHL 17. Now, we have 33 games left to go in the season, and we do have a couple of issues with the squad as it stands. Chris Kunitz and Patrick Marleau are both pretty much highly underperforming, kind of, sort of. Like, Marleau's not too bad at 27 points. I'd like a little bit more out of Chris Kunitz. But right now, it's just not looking good. But I've done a little bit of research here to pull the trigger on a trade to get somebody who should perform better than them and who has a bit more potential, so to speak. We would have to give up at least a first-round pick, if not a second-round pick, along with those two players. So, that leaves us with a pretty tough decision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. We're going to sim to pretty much the trade deadline through the entire month of February, and we will see if those two players can turn it around and really become impact players on this team. If not, we will look to trade them. But we're also going to make a trade because somebody suggested that we get Caleb Jones, who is on the New York Islanders, in this sim, of course, normally or in real life, an Edmonton prospect. And is he a bit under, is his potential a bit lower than it should be? Yeah, it probably is, especially with how he's performed as of late. But, that said, he still has some decent value, and we're still going to pick him up. Somebody suggested it, so why not? We will have to give up a decent little pick there. We're also going to have to give up this prospect Shaw, but that is okay. We're also going to give up Rodney, and we will give up a second-round pick. But I'm okay with that. I mean, odds are, with the second-round pick, we'll get somebody like Caleb Jones in the draft anyway. I do want to see, though, if we can get maybe a fourth-round pick back, or is that too much? Nope, we can. That is perfect. So Shaw, Rodney, and a second-round pick are off to the Islanders, off to Brooklyn for Caleb Jones and a fourth-round pick. So not too bad. But we will hold off on trading Kunitz and Marleau until we know for sure that they're just not going to get it done for us, which, I mean, it really does look like that's the case, but we will play it safe and we will make sure. So let's get Jones into the lineup. We also need to get Mackenzie Weegar back into the lineup. Jones will be on the third pairing to start off. We could put him up on the first pairing, but the Chicago Wolves have been a competitive team, I think. Not as competitive as they were last year. What is their record? What is their record at this point? I honestly cannot remember. Okay, never mind. They haven't been competitive. Well, Jones will start off there, and by the end of the year, I'm sure he'll be on the top pair. But anyway, let's get into the sim. We're finishing season 2 here. We need to go all the way to April in this episode. So let's get to it. How will we do in February? More importantly, can we stay healthy? And can Kunitz and Marleau get it together, or will we be trading them? Let's find out. Now, a quick update, guys. We're not too many games into the sim here. I said let's stay healthy, and we haven't, as Andrei Markov was immediately re-injured, and Adam Larson went down to injury, so Olli Juolevi has been called up from junior, and he will get a little bit of playing time, and actually we'll put him on the second pairing above Joakim Ryan. So Olli Juolevi's in, and we are dealing with injuries to our two best defensemen. Just a perfect start. Perfect. Just mwah. Perfect. There's a 3-word sentence that comes to mind when I look at this trade offer, and that would be holy fucking shit. The San Jose Sharks have offered us John Tavares for Comtois, our first, and Chizen. That's it. If I were to approach them, I'd have to give up 5 first-rounders, and they'd still say no. What the fuck? Do we take this? I mean, basically, I don't mind giving up the first, because who the fuck cares? It's basically Comtois, who was the 15th overall pick in last year's draft. He is medium elite potential. So he's probably going to be good. But it's fucking John Tavares, man. He's not having the greatest of seasons, and we'll have to re-sign him after this year. What am I supposed to say to this? Comtois not even that valuable. Medium elite, but he's not even a half bar. What the fuck? I'm taking this. I am absolutely taking this. Look at his fucking value. How? Whoa, wait a minute. That's Morgan Riley. I'm like, wait a minute. Is that Mike Riley? That is Morgan Riley. Okay, that confused me. Wow. How valuable is that first round pick, basically? It's not even that high because we're in a playoff position. Yes, please. Thank you. We just got John Tavares for absolutely nothing. No disrespect to Comtois. I would have loved to have had him in this series. We just got John Tavares because the San Jose Sharks are insane. We now have Tavares and Eichel on the same team. Oh my God. Well, I think that solves the issue. I mean, Jesus, now if we trade Marleau and Kunitz, we're in the money. I think we'll have to do that now. That there might be a holdup there because that first round pick would have done the... Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Give me a second. Let's go see if we can get that other trade to work. We'll get rid of Kunitz and Marleau. And because that was going to be a problem is if we get rid of both of them, who fits into the lineup? And it's looking like it was going to be Polk. I cannot fucking believe that just happened. I don't have the trading block set up to be like, hey, give me franchise level players. Oh my God. Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm a bit concerned now defensively because we really need Larson, Sergachev, Ulevi, Madison Bowie, and Larson to really pay out. Actually, no, we're fine. All we need is Jones to become a good player, and we're good, and we have our 6 right there. Holy shit, I am just in awe. Okay, let's figure this out. It was Chris Kunitz and Patrick Marleau, along with a first and a second. We'll have to give up our first round pick next year, but who the hell cares? Really, who the hell cares? Look at our team. We don't need first round picks. We're golden. We need to go over to Philadelphia, and this is a risk pickup again, but that's how hard it is. That's how difficult it is to get certain players. Leon Draisaitl is the target. Whether or not we actually get him remains to be seen, but he is the target. We also need to take Nyberg back, and we will try to get a draft pick or 2 back just to help with the cause. Can we get their 3rd? That might go through anyway. It's tough, though, because like I said, they don't want to trade Draisaitl. So it's never as easy as it appears. That won't go through. How about just the 3rd? That won't go through either. Things might have changed. His value might have gone up as compared to the start of this episode, which wasn't too long ago. It's less than a handful of games. That won't go through either. Okay, so the situation may have changed. We're just going to have to tinker with this a little bit, but we'll get it to work. God damn it, just a bit low, straight up. That didn't work. Okay. I think it's because we have our second round pick in there, and they want Nashville's. This should go through. It did not. Oh, we'd have to put... Patrick Nemeth. Oh, how dare you have to put Patrick Nemeth on waivers. Fuck you. Also, I needed to have a little bit of Chris Kunitz's salary retained. That was something I forgot to do. Will this go through now? No. Shit. God damn it. This was so easy. I have it on paper what worked because I went ahead and tested this out. That still didn't go through. Son of a bitch. Am I going to have to get Patrick Nemeth? Okay. Instead of Nyberg, we'll try to get Patrick Nemeth so that they don't have to put him on waivers. But then it'll be, we have to put somebody else on waivers. How valuable is Patrick Nemeth? He's not at all. What's his contract? 2 years. That sucks, but we'll flip him and trade him at the draft. Will this go through? It will not. Oh, shit, we already had the Nashville second applied. God damn it. They always have to make it difficult. They always have to make it difficult. We do have to retain a little bit of salary on Chris Kunitz. We will drop that back down to $500K, and we'll just throw in Carolina's third. We're giving up a lot to get Draisaitl, no doubt about it. But odds are these two will retire at the end of the year anyway. So I'm kind of cool with it, and it went through. So, that's not too bad at all. For what? Yeah, we had to give up a lot, but we end up with Leon Draisaitl and John Tavares. I'm pumped, man. Holy shit. That Tavares deal came out of goddamn nowhere. And the team should be set. We might just have to try and send Patrick Nemeth down. Although, actually, he might be worth keeping. He might be worth keeping. And we'll just send down Ryan, and we'll see if Ryan gets claimed. God damn, this changed very quickly. The outlook of this team changed very quickly. So we will send, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and Larson's already close to being back. So let's send down Ryan. We'll see if he gets claimed. And he did not. He made it through waivers. Not too bad. We're going to take Larson out until he is fully healthy. And we'll put in Olli Juolevi. So let's see. We'll go Bowie, Juolevi, Larson. Not a bad shout. Actually, here we go. We'll go with that. That looks good. And then offensively, Kane, Tavares, and Eichel. Huberdeau, Draisaitl, Laine. Oh, man, Zibanejad, though, is now the odd man out. God damn. See, I didn't factor in Tavares being here. So Zibanejad will be our third-line center. We'll just make sure to give him power play time. Said he doesn't mind too much. He'll play with Dowcall and Gagne. And then that fourth line looks good. Zibanejad has power play time. I mean, Jesus Christ, right? Holy shit, this team. So guys, after the Tavares craziness, I went ahead and simmed to the final game of the year as you get a look at the month of February. There's a look at the month of March. A nice little 3-game losing streak in the middle of the month was not ideal. And so far in April, we haven't been too great. We have been going with Brian Elliott, though. For the most part, trying to avoid injury. And there you see, first place in the division. At one point, we were running away with it. And then the injuries started to add up. Now, we haven't officially clinched the division title. Dallas can tie us. So we do really need to win this final game. And let's see if we can do that. Then we'll find out who we play in round 1. And we'll take a look at the player stats. So can we beat the Blackhawks? Brian Elliott, please get us the win to secure the division title. And he lost 4-3. Wow, we might not get the division title. If Dallas wins this next game, I believe they get the division title for the second year in a row. Good news is Adam Larson will be back. He has been hurt. Moment of truth. Nope, we have it. Oh, thank God we have it. Okay, so barely, just barely, we have held on to that division title. And there's a chance we could play Nashville in the first round. Let's find out. We didn't finish first in the conference, and indeed we are playing the Nashville Predators in the first round. Not too bad. I wonder who finished ahead of us in the West. I mean, only 99 points. We had a worse year than last year, so did Dallas by far. We need to go to the Pacific. Oh boy, Jesus, Arizona and Calgary ran away with it. The entire league, the Devils win the Presidents by 1 point. Jesus, 4 teams had over 100 points in this year. Who was the worst team? The LA Kings and the Anaheim Ducks and them. Jesus, you got 3 staples there of the Western Conference that are not doing too well post-draft. But let's take a look at our player stats for the year. Before we wrap up this episode, we will just go to centers. We'll go by forwards. So Jack Eichel, 66 points in 82 games. You would hope for better from him. You really would. I mean, he ended up playing right wing for the latter half of the year, but you would still expect better from him. Really, you'd expect better from all of these guys. 64 points from Laine, only missed 2 games. Huberdeau missed 10 games. He had 63 points, the same as Tavares, who played all 82 games. Draisaitl only missed 2 games. I don't think he missed those With us, Evander Kane, 55 points. Zibanejad, 41, although he missed 12 games. And you guys can see the rest. Michael Dowcall, not too bad. We could potentially call him up if needed. Defensively, Sergachev led the defensive core in points. He's also up to an 87. Larsson's up to an 85. Andrei Markov missed a lot of time this season. A lot of time. Adam Larsson keeps bouncing between a 90 and a 91, which is nice. And Madison Bowie is up to an 85. So not too bad. And apparently Caleb Jones was actually playing for the Islanders. 50 games in the NHL. Olli Juolevi, like I said, had some time. He had 7 points, or 7 games, no points. Carey Price, 63 games. Finishes with a .928 save percentage. Brian Elliott, not too great. Not too great at all, if you think about it. But let's get a look really quick at the league-wide. We'll take a look at our lineups. Wow, Erik Karlsson leads the league in points with 88. 84 for Kane, 82 for Mitch Marner. How do you like that? Up to an 89 for the New York Rangers. God damn. Erik Karlsson led the league in points. Rookie skaters, Jeremy Bracco ran away with it. He was actually someone we were looking at. Maybe we should have gone with him over Leon Draisaitl. Time will tell, but a pretty damn good season for him as well. So as we end this episode, of course, I want to know from you guys any input you may have. I'll show you the lines we've been rolling with, although we do have to get Adam Larsson back into the fold. But switching between Huberdeau and Kane being on the top line right now, it's Huberdeau, and we have Zibanejad down here on the third line with Timo Meier and Sam Gagner. The fourth line, it's probably the best fourth line in the league. Vermette, Bozak, and Trevor Lewis. Defensively, of course, things are looking okay. Nemeth will be scratched for Adam Larsson. You guys have all the information you need to know. This episode has been ridiculous. It's not every day you get a 92 overall player in time for a playoff push. And in the next episode, we play the Nashville Predators in the first round. Also, there's a Boston-Montreal series there, too, that we'll probably keep an eye on for the, in both sims, the first round of the Season 2 playoffs, Boston and Montreal. How do you like that? That'll do it for this one, guys. Of course, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to hit that like button to help support my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series and others. And I will see you guys next time.